In today's video, I'll be reporting on the recent news of the Bitconnect shutdown and also give my views on similar platforms. Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. So today guys, we got some breaking news. I know a lot of people are already reporting on this, but I wanted to talk about it since I have discussed Bitconnect on my channel before. Now, I've never put any money into this platform and I've never posted my link to do so, but I have still mentioned it in the past, so I feel like it's relevant to bring up on this channel and just inform you guys as well. So what we've had is we have had the close down of Bitconnect. Now, a lot of people say this was coming. People have called it Ponzi scam from the start and things like that. And to be honest, I agree with those allegations to some degree, which I'll elaborate further on as well. So if you have a quick look at the price movement on the coin market cap, you can see that Bitconnect coin was always trading around $400. It did have this one spike down when there was some FUD coming in, came back up, and then since then we've dropped all the way to $30. So that's a clear sign that things have gone south and the platform has basically stopped its operation. Now, I'm going to show you some other stuff to back that up. Firstly, here's the login site. If you do try to log into the Bitconnect platform, you cannot get in. I did create an account months and months ago just to see what it was all about. Never invested any money, like I said. So this is basically the first time I've actually tried logging into it since then, and you can't get in. And when you go into here as well, you head into the BCC exchange, you can actually get into this article here, which talks about the halt of the lending and exchange platform. So they're going to talk about the changes to the Bitconnect system and how it's closing down the lending and exchange. And basically they state that they'll be releasing all outstanding loans to anyone who has an active loan within the platform. And basically they'll be doing that at a rate of 363.62 USD per token. Now they go on further to say that you can currently withdraw your Bitconnect coin no problems, and they'll be also closing that BCC exchange in 5 days time. Now there is a bit of an issue there. From what I understand, I don't think many places trade Bitconnect. Well, there you can see it's on HitBTC and things like that, but these values are super low, and the only places with some decent values are Trade Satoshi and the BCC exchange. So I think a lot of people are going to have trouble getting, a decent amount of their money back, even if they do get that BCC coin released. If they go to sell it on an exchange such as HitBTC, they're only going to get $27 per coin. So, there's going to be some losses involved here, and it's a bit of a learning curve, and I'm going to give my overall view on everything very shortly as well. So they say that the halt of this lending and exchange platform has come from a few reasons. Now, the continuous bad press, this happens around a lot of these different things. A lot of people call it a scam from the start and things like that. Creates a lot of FUD in the market, and it always raises different articles and things like that. And when that comes out more and more, when the company has a little slip here and there, it generally creates a lack of confidence in the platform, and a lot of people decide to leave due to that. Now, they've also received 2 cease and desist letters, one from the Texas State Securities Board and one from the North Carolina Secretary of State Securities Division. Now, due to this, these actions have become a hindrance for the legal continuation of the platform. So it's obvious they got no lawyers there that are working on fighting that, and they obviously don't have the power to fight that bad press either. Now, they also go on to talk about DDoS attacks that are happening on the platform. You'd think if a company of this size and this, amount of market cap, it was a lot higher than that as well, you'd think they would be able to afford some security, implementations to avoid these sorts of things. But what it says to me is this is just a low quality company overall. These guys aren't even, showing a care in the world for their members, really. Like, if they really cared about everything, they'd actually spend some money on trying to deal with these issues instead of just closing the whole platform straight away. So they say that they're going to, continue to support Bitconnect coin, and it's going to be available on different exchanges, blah, blah, blah. And basically that the Bitconnect X ICO is still functional, and they're building an exchange platform on that website. Now, for those of you that don't know what Bitconnect X is, it's their new ICO that's coming out, and they talked about this recently, and they stated how this is, going to be a fully new exchange and things like that. A lot of people, including myself, pretty much agree that this was to fund the collapse of Bitconnect, and it seems that way now that they've shut up. This is going to be continuing their legacy, I suppose. But I would really advise against investing in this, guys. Just from a brief look at everything, it doesn't even look very good at all to me. And just having the Bitconnect name in it is going to turn a lot of people away. So I'd be very wary on that one, especially when you got people promoting this platform like this.
Bitconnect! Bitconnect! Bitconnect!
As you can see there, that guy is absolutely hilarious, and it just doesn't give Bitconnect a good name at all, in my opinion. So that's pretty much it on Bitconnect, guys. I will talk about some other platforms now, but for now, Bitconnect's gone. I do feel for anyone who invested in this platform, if you were a big-time user and you didn't have your money back yet, you probably are going to encounter some losses. But that's it, guys. You can only pick up and move on from there. Unfortunately, this was a dodgy platform, and all the signs on the website show that. I was never a fan of the marketing or, the display of any of their material. I was only considering it due to the consistent payouts that Bitconnect produced, and it was a very stable payment platform for around, I believe, 7 months before it collapsed. So it's something to watch out for, guys. Now, I want to talk about a few more. Regal Coin. Now, this is one that came out last year as well, towards late last year. And as you can see, its value spiked right up to $80, and we're almost resting down at, $2. I'm not 100% sure if this platform's collapsed or anything. I don't know too much about it, but, that doesn't look good at all. And as you can see here, we are into the website, so it seems like it's all still running from here. I've never invested into this platform or anything like that, but that's just another example of a lending coin, and there's more and more of these popping up every day, guys. I will try to cover them on this channel. Some of them I do believe are good to get in and make a bit of money. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to say I'm not going to do that, because there's nothing wrong with getting in and earning some money from these platforms, but they do carry risk, guys, and I always try to educate on that. It's high risk, high reward. These things can collapse at any moment, and I do believe all platforms like this have the potential to collapse as well. So this is Davor coin. This one was released recently as well, and as you can see, it's had a nice climb from $20 up to $160. And oftentimes, guys, these coins are just a good investment to make a quick buck just on the coin without actually getting involved into the platform. If you bought a heap of coins at $20 and sold them all at $160, you've done pretty good. You've 8 times your money there, so that's pretty awesome as well. I believe Davor coin is still going very strong. I see a fair few people starting to promote it now. I remember seeing it sponsored advertisements on Instagram and things like that. So they offer a pretty decent lending rate and all that as well. But obviously there's going to be risk involved with this one as well. I may look at it in the future, may not. I'm starting to be very hesitant on these sort of platforms. They create a lot of bad exposure, and they also hinder the growth of the channel. I know when I've talked about these things in the past, a lot of people instantly dislike videos and they just disagree with your whole point of view. So that leads me into the last point, which is USI Tech. Now, a lot of you guys know that I promote this platform. It's my favorite platform of this kind, and it is similar to the other platforms, guys. It's not necessarily a lending platform. It's more of a buy a contract and get a daily return on your capital. I've talked about it in the past. I've got plenty of videos explaining the opportunity and how it all works. But in my opinion, this one is a step above all the other platforms. Now, I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm not saying it's risk-free. Don't get me wrong. There's risk involved, of course. But in terms of the business and in terms of the company behind this, guys, the owners are very transparent, like I've talked about before, like I've showed you guys. I've been to a live company event. I've actually heard from the mouths of the owners. I know that they're legit. I know that they have a legit business opportunity here. So I believe this is one of the best ones out there. I believe they have the technology behind this thing to actually have a sustainable business and actually create these daily incomes. For example, on Bitconnect, I know even the top promoters couldn't actually confirm that there was a trading bot in place, and a lot of people don't actually know how these companies even generate the returns. So that's very worrying to start with. But I have a lot of confidence in US high tech, and it has had some difficulties along the way. They've also had cease and desist orders. They had one from the Texas State Securities Board, and due to that, they have had to shut down operations in the US and Canada only. For the rest of the world, things are going fine, but to stay compliant with the US regulations is very, very hard, and US high tech actually have some of the best lawyers in the world working on this case, and they've basically stated that the lawyers have told them to cease operation in the US until they can sort out a plan of attack to actually make themselves compliant there, and basically just to avoid risking the company shutting down. So that's basically it on USI. As to would I get involved with this, it's up to you guys. I pretty much stand the same way. Obviously, if you are a US or Canada resident, you can't. But if you are out of those countries, you can get involved with this one. 100% free to register. It is the best Bitcoin multiplier I've seen out here. And like I said, you can jump into the community for this one and go and talk to some people that know a bit about the company. There's a lot of good things involved with this one, but at the end of the day, guys, it is another form of platform like these other ones here that I've talked about. So there's risk in everything, and I just wanted to educate you guys on that, give you my thoughts on all this as well. So I hope that has made it clear where I stand about these sorts of things. If not, drop a comment in the comments section below, and I'll be happy to have a chat with you guys and reiterate some of my opinions as well. So thanks for watching, guys. If you did enjoy this, please leave me a like, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
I'm in love with the cold, cold